Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, Cinnamon Sugar. Don't come for me. Don't do it. Don't do it, please. But anyway, I just wanted to come out here briefly to give y'all somewhat of an update on what's been going on. Um, so my mom is doing okay. She's still in good spirits despite everything that's going on. She still hasn't given me an update on what she plans on doing. I think she might just let it be, in all honesty, because of her age and because of the fact that there are so many negative risks outcomes that she just might just let everything stay the way it is, which I hate. But I'd rather that than her to get on that table and they do all of this for her to just not even make it. So um but yeah, so for those of y'all who are new here and don't know what's going on, so I finally was able to come on here and explain why I've been down in the dumps for so long. To make a long story short, my mom revealed to me a couple of summers ago that she was paralyzed. She became paralyzed and now she's bedridden. My brother and my father wait on her hand and foot, take care of her and all that. My sister, when she's not at work, she goes down to the house all the time and she does stuff. And, so yeah, and I'm not in Alabama. My name is AL Thick Madame on here. That's my little name. The AL is obviously for Alabama. So yeah, I am the oldest of three siblings, and since I'm not there, I feel some type of way. And because I'm up here in Virginia. I don't it's like every time there's been a situation that has gone on, usually I was at home, because it coincidentally enough, especially for those of y'all who've been here for a while, this is something I think I briefly said something about. Like I said it like within a sentence and then kept going. But the last time we were all doing video chat, my mama brought up the fact that there was a point in time that we all thought that it was about to be a wrap for her. Like we thought that she was finna be gone. And I said, yeah, Mom, I didn't understand what was going on, because for me, I was going to move out of the house. I was a social worker at the time, and I was like, yeah, I got this money coming in. I knew exactly where I wanted to move to. Please don't walk up to my car. Please get away from here. When I tell you, man, get away from here. There was no reason for you to walk over here. I feel like this man tried to act like he was on his phone, and then he walked and then did a beeline. It's like, what? I don't understand. Like, no matter what part of town I'm in, people really be trying me. There was no reason for you to walk over here. And then if I mace you, you gonna look crazy in the face. So anyway, y'all, my bad. So anyway, at one point in time, I literally, like, I was like, oh my gosh, everything's going great. I'm a social worker. I'm living at the house. So what I'm gonna do is, because the way that the situation went for me was, as soon as I graduated, that Monday, I graduated that Saturday, a couple of days later, that Monday, I had gotten a call from the Department of Human Resources in Montgomery, Alabama, asking me, did I want to still work there? So I had been given a job offer. I had done my internship there, had great clients. My clients lived for me. I was a child protective services social worker, essentially. But without the social work title, because I hadn't yet graduated, because that was my internship. So anyway, I got that job. I was a social worker for a year. I didn't pass my licensure within that year time frame. So you have to either basically get fired or resign. So I put in my letter of resignation. Clients were upset, trying to figure out where I was, because I was the only person that had been coming through for them and, checking on them and making sure that them and their children were fine, all that, whatever it is, what it is. But when I tell you everything happened for a reason, I'm not even, like, it really hurt me when all that stuff happened, but it is what it is. But, so at the time, before all that went down, I was still actively a social worker. But it got to a point where every time I turned around, my mama needed to go to the doctor, and I'm looking like, what? Like, they made it seem like my mama had like 6 months or less to live. So I was looking like, but what's going on though? Like, there was no context. There was no, we didn't know what was going on. So when we did the video chat the other day, she was like, yeah, I had everybody scared. And I was like, yeah, what was that about? Because I started having to take you to the doctor like crazy. It didn't make no sense. Like, and I really started thinking like, I'm really going to have to do funeral arrangements for my mama. Like, what is really going on here? So, child, I don't know what that was about, but it was like 6 months. Then out of nowhere, it was like, oh, she's fine. And I was just like, y'all, I was tired in my spirit. So anyway, I still don't know. Like, she said it was a mysterious situation, and then all of a sudden it resolved on its own. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a cancer scare, and she just don't want to tell us all those details. I don't know. But I was done. I was like, what we're not finna do is this. So, yeah, it was a lot. So, to me, it's somewhat deja vu. But the fact that this happened, y'all, when I tell y'all, I couldn't breathe. Like, I really couldn't breathe. I had to start telling myself to breathe. Because when she revealed to me that she was paralyzed and how, like, she was giving me play-by-play how everything went down, it was too much. And they know how I am. I'm a very emotional person. So when you tell me all this stuff, I need to get my life together. Like, I had to go to work, and my mom was like, oh, and this was when my schedule was what it used to be, which was Fridays through Tuesdays. So this Thursday evening, and so she was like, oh, call me around this time. So I was like, okay. Called her, and she started giving me a rundown of all the stuff that's going on. I was like, what? And I mean, everything just kept getting progressively worse. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Why? So, child, I don't be understanding. Oh, Lord, I just can't. So, anyway. But, so, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to give everybody somewhat of a, rundown of how everything is going. How everything is going and, what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people aren't here or haven't been here and they don't know the backstory. So I finally had the strength to come on here and discuss what was going on with my mama, because all that people would see was that I would get overly emotional, and I would just be like, I'm not ready to talk about it right now. I can't talk about it right now, whatever. And it was to the point that anytime I would even halfway think about it, I'm crying. I would try to speak about it and my throat would close up. I just couldn't. And so I finally started telling a handful of friends, and it's still to this day less than 10 people who are in my friend circle who know about it. And it took a lot out of me. Like, when I first, I was doing one at a time, and like when I first told one of my friends, I just kept breaking down. It was so bad. So yeah, it was a lot, but we're getting through it. Like I keep telling y'all, she is still in great spirits about all of that. And I just don't understand why stuff like this happens to people like her. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't in the greatest shape anyway, but it's crazy because she was getting her weight under control. She had been losing weight and all of that or whatever, right? So I was confused. I was just like, what in the world? So she had already been having back issues, and it was just like, it went from her being in excruciating pain to when she became paralyzed. That's the greatest thing that came out of this, is that she does not have pain anymore. And it's like, we're trying to look at the bright side of it all. So anyway, y'all, sorry that I went into that, but I just wanted to make sure that for the few people who come in that don't know the backstory, I could just kind of give y'all small tidbits of what it is. So yeah, y'all, but she's doing all right. Everybody else is doing okay too. The order has not shipped yet for the stuff for my sister's skin from Crystal Alkaline Doula. I already told y'all that I kept on saying, okay, I'm gonna buy this stuff for her. I'm gonna buy this stuff for her. And with all this overtime I've been working, I was like, I might as well. Because everything that these people have prescribed her for forever has done nothing. It's like her skin has gotten worse over the years. So I told her, I asked her because I didn't want to buy it. And then she was like, I'm not going to use it because I know how particular my sister is very particular. So I asked her, is it okay if I buy something for her? And she spot tests it or whatever. And so she was like, yeah, that's fine. So I spent like $100 on this stuff. And I'm hopeful that it works. And if it continues to work for her between the two of us, we're going to keep on getting shipments to her. Because some of the stuff is strictly for your face because she has issues like around her hairline. Her face is not that bad, but it's her hairline and just the rest of her skin. You know that's the biggest organ on our body, in our body, all that stuff, the skin. Y'all, I'm hopeful that I can get her to do a before and after picture, and it will be a miracle that y'all can behold, so that could be another aspect that y'all can see as far as the alkaline lifestyle goes. Because I told her that even though she doesn't eat meat anymore and all that stuff, that I think she eats a lot of like soy products, and that's something that can agitate it as well. So I'm gonna see if she will, at least for a week or two, because I already asked her, but I'm gonna remind her once the stuff gets there, to just only strictly like eat alkaline fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Which it shouldn't be hard for her because she hasn't been eating meat and all that stuff. But hopefully, like, she can just do salads and little stuff like that, alkaline salads or whatever, and drink just spring water. And she will see a drastic difference, because when I do right and when I'm doing alkaline, it's a drastic difference. It's very, very drastic. So, yeah, a lot of people don't understand that what you put on your body and inside of your body, it really can do a number on you. Even if it's supposed to be healthy or whatever, that soy stuff with soy in it is terrible for us. And I would have never thought that, but it really is. I've seen how there have been some people who came to that realization, and once they removed it from their diet, everything changed for them in an amazing way. So anyway, y'all, I'm excited to use the Black-owned businesses hair products that I'm going to eventually show y'all. I'm gonna use them if I feel up to it when I am off work. I get off tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So it just depends on when I feel like doing it. So either I'm gonna do it Sunday or I'm gonna do it Monday. If I'm excited enough and I'm not tired, I will do my hair tomorrow. I just didn't want to do my hair today, and I gotta go back in there for a 12-hour shift, and then I'm looking crazy after I come up out of there, because we've been going through, and I go to the top of the rotation list, but I want my hair to still look nice. I don't know if it's going to warm up next week, but I'm not always going to be able to rely on this to go inside the building, because I don't really care what nobody, I mean, I don't be looking too rough, but don't nobody ever be like, ooh, you look a mess by the head. Like, normally I get compliments on my hair, and look, I've been sleeping real rough, so I know I don't look whatever by the head. It is what it is. Excuse me for the hiccups and whatnot. But yeah, y'all, I can't wait to share that with y'all. I know y'all like, girl, you been talking about all these Black-owned business. Ain't done no Black-owned business spotlight. I don't know how long. It's coming. It's just, they've been trying me at work, and I want to give y'all the full me, the alert me. So work was a lot last night, yesterday, and this morning or whatever. I started out for the first 4 hours in the new department, which I love working back there, but it was a mess. I can't even begin to tell y'all all the foolishness that I had to endure when I was back there for them 4 hours. So I definitely felt sorry for the people who had to be back there 8. And I traded with somebody because they didn't want to work back there. And it wasn't because they heard about anything. They just really don't like working back there like that. So I was like, sure, I'll trade with you. Then I was in my current home department by myself because it was only partially operational, which is cool. I had never done that before. Even though I've been there for like 3 years. I've never had to do that before. Normally it's my partner or somebody else that's doing it. And at first they did have somebody else's name on the schedule for that. So I was shocked when I saw my name. So I was like, oh, okay, let's see how this go. So yeah, I know, baby. My friend, he been trying to get in touch with me. My friend that's in the military. Like, he is so sweet. And no, ain't nothing going on. He's a sweetie pie. He be trying to talk to me on the regular. He realizes that I am a genuine friend or whatever. And so, like, now that he has a little bit more time, he's been trying to reach out because he doesn't live here in Virginia anymore. But when he does visit, he does try to link up with me. The last time he was here, he didn't. He had somebody with him. If he brings them again, I'm sure that we will meet. So, you know, it is. But he keep on sending me messages. Okay. But anyway, he's a sweetie pie. Now he's younger too, but he's very, very mature and all that. Now, if a situation was to pop off, I'd be here for it because, like, he believes in doing right by people. But anyway, I done told y'all about him before. So, yeah, but he's a sweetie pie. He just keeps sending me messages. What else? Oh, but yesterday. So, my partner was the breaker. Child, that didn't even matter. He came over there and he was like, he basically made it seem like he was going to be able to break me out at my normal times. Well, lies, because they be thinking that you're supposed to be at 15 places at once when you're the breaker. And that's the main reason why I am not here for being nobody's breaker. They be doing the most. And then some of the people that you got to break out, they want to act like they rule the world or something. And so they go and come back when they please. Like you ain't got nowhere else to be. Like you don't deserve a break. And I just be like, no, I just can't. And then, so he wasn't there. So I'm looking like, okay, you know, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he'll be a few minutes late. You know, I don't mind. I had already gone to the bathroom in preparation just in case it's a little later or whatever. So I didn't have to use the bathroom and none of that. Well, the side heifer's partner, she was like, hey, you can go ahead and go to break. I don't know when he gonna come over here, da-da-da-da. So she was running her department and she kept coming over and, you know, taking care of mine. I don't know if anybody said anything, but I don't think anything had gone down. I don't think that there were any issues that had gone down. So I was just like, okay. And so when I came back, everything was in order. So I was glad about that. Every time. I ended up having to take my lunch break, my normal break, and my break after that. And she ended up breaking me out each time. This man doing the most. What is going on? Are y'all bored? I don't understand what's going on here. Let me get inside shortly, y'all. I'm almost done with this because I don't know what they got going on because I ain't got time for it. So anyway, but yeah, I ended up thanking her at the end of the day because I was just like, girl, what is going on here? Like, she really kept coming up to me. She did my paperwork for me, which I didn't need. And, you know, I was thankful, though, and I thanked her for it. She was like, oh, what you need? I was like, oh, well, and I told her what I needed. And she ended up, you know, filling out the paperwork for me. And I don't know. It's like, I wish you could keep the same energy when the side heifer there. That's what trips me out. Like, you would think the heifer God or something. I don't understand. Like, if she needed to drop a dime on her, she would. So I'm like, why can't it be teamwork whether she's here or not? Like, it was pure teamwork yesterday. And it was amazing. Y'all, oh my gosh, I forgot. So, I had to do the most yesterday. I had to go and retrieve resources all day. It was just so much stuff going on. I know good and well I lost 5 to 10 pounds, like, on everything I know I did. Then it's so hot up there. They need to get that together, because that's another reason why I don't want to be up there anymore, because it's excruciatingly hot. It don't make no sense for that to be the case. I'm not trying to ever black out again at a job. I already scared everybody halfway to death and myself when it happened at another job. Like, don't nobody have time for it. And I done already told them straight up, if I ever feel the way that I felt before, I go somewhere and sit down and get myself together, because I'm not finna sit up here and black out. And it would be my luck that on a day like that, when I get to that point, the side heifer will be up there. Do you think I'll be getting any type of aid from her? No. And I wouldn't want it. I would not want nothing from her. Because if I'm in a capacitated state like that, incapacitated, whatever, I don't even know what I'm saying right now because I'm so tired. If I'm like that and I'm not, 100%, ain't no telling what this heifer might be doing. I don't know if she putting something in my water bottle. I don't know what she doing. I don't know. I wouldn't want no parts of it. So whatever. It is what it is when it comes to that. But again, I just wish that it would be teamwork like this when she is there as well. Because it's like, we supposed to be working together. Dang, he keeps sending me messages like crazy. And I know as soon as I respond, he gonna start calling me. So I can't respond because I'm about to go in here and eat and go back to sleep. And hope I can at least get another hour and a half before I gotta go into work. And I'm going to let him know that once I get to work, because I can't do it. Because he going to want to talk, and I'm not going to be able to talk. And I mean, I love our conversations. We have awesome conversations. I just can't talk to him like that right now. Like, whenever I get on the phone with my friends, it's not no 20, 30-minute conversation. We going to talk for hours. Like, my should have been God, why you still sending messages? Y'all, I'm sorry. My should have been baby daddy. Oh, on a good day, when I have time, we be on the phone 5-6 hours. Don't let me get off work and he at work. I talk to him 5-6 hours easily. It's crazy. Like, it's got to the point now I be having to cut the conversation short because if I don't, I'm going to be on the phone all literal day. Like, it's bad. But the conversation be good. And I mean, he got a girlfriend and everything. And she know about me, all of that. She know the history. She know all of it. So she's not jealous or, she don't think nothing going down. And I'm glad. I'm like, please don't think nothing going down. Oh, yeah. So before I go, tell me why yesterday I'm minding my business. And I'm doing certain things that I got to do by myself. And I'm hot and I'm sweating and I'm dying while I'm in the middle of doing them. Why, when I go to retrieve my resources, the so-called divorced man roll up, he's passing by. And so he gonna throw up his hand to wave. And I halfway threw my hand up to wave back because I'm trying not to be evil. I'm trying to continue to be myself because usually if you speak to me, I will speak back to you. But I just don't have the energy that I did have for him because you done tried me. You've shown me who you really are. So if it ain't about work, I ain't trying to have no conversation with you, sir. We have absolutely nothing to discuss. So he be like, then like the day before that, he saw me in passing. And he was like, hey, how y'all doing? Because it was like a group of us. And like he was looking dead at me and I rolled my eye. I was like, oh Lord, help me. I gotta do something. Because it's just, I cannot stand when somebody try me. And I'm waiting to see if he gonna ever be man enough to roll up and be like, okay, so, we had something going on. You know what I'm saying? I thought we were good. What's going on? I want to see if he ever gonna be bold enough to roll up like he don't know what it's hitting for. I'm very, 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 very curious to see if he will do that. Because, child, like, what you did. And I feel like he knows that I know. And that's why he like, let me just go on. And like, he really be doing the most trying to talk to me. Like, if it ain't about work, leave me alone. And if it's not valid work information that you want to discuss, then please stop. Like, like I told y'all before, he came out of nowhere and created a whole scenario so he could try to talk to me over the radio. Sir, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't understand what you're talking to me for. Y'all, I was so tired. I was like, please get on. Please get on somewhere else. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna get up out this car and go in here and eat this food and try to go on behind back to sleep. It's a very dreary day. It is cold. The weather don't know if it want to be hot or cold. Y'all, 2-3 days ago, I had my AC on blasted because that was the only way I was going to survive. And now, every time I get in my car, I got, like this morning, I just so happened to look and say, oh, let me check the weather. The weather said it was like 30-something degrees. I said, hey, no, it's too cold outside. Let me go defrost my car. man, went and defrosted my car because that was the only way I was going to get out the parking lot in enough time to actually try to have some time. Why do you do this? See, I just don't like these stupid people around here. There's a curve right here. And they be flying around this curve. And if I ever come out here as somebody that slid into my car because they doing the most. Because one day I told y'all, one day I was in here recording, or I had just stopped recording, and this truck, it literally came all the way over in my lane. Because where I'm parked, you parallel park right here. It's widened so that select few of us can like parallel park. I think maybe like 10, 12 cars tops can parallel park up and down this particular part of this road. Everywhere else is narrow because you're not supposed to parallel park there. And this truck came all the way over and then finally whooped over at the last second. And that's why I be telling y'all all the time, I cannot stand the people around here. They don't know how to drive. That's why all of their cars wrecked out. And I don't be understanding. But anyway, but yeah, like I said, I ain't got time for him. And over the last 2 days, I hadn't seen that guy who the other person at work is in her feelings over. And I'm like, girl, he married. Like, why you care about what he got going on? Shouldn't have had no dealings with him to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And for me, my situation was different because this man was married, right? The so-called divorced man. This man was married, and he found out that I knew some of his relatives that I'm really cool with. I ain't never had no issues with. They always been stand up. And everything that he had been telling me, it had always been backed up. And so I knew it was true. So then he started telling me, you know, I'm married, but we shouldn't have never got married, da 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 da. And it just came off as a situation where he got married to the heifer because she got pregnant and he didn't want to have her out here looking stupid. So he was like, yeah, let me marry her. And I'm just like, when y'all gonna learn that don't solve nothing? Like, you shouldn't have shot the club up. At this point, you should have just had your freaking fun and just went on about your business. Like, but yeah, he doing the most. He doing everything but what he's supposed to do. Dang, I done did the most and she done came all the way back already. Oh, she ain't parked right behind me. I guess because there's so many. See, that's how I do too. It's too many cars. So she wasn't going to be able to parallel park behind me. She might whoop back out and come behind me. Let's see. No, she probably going to leave back out again later on. So, but anyway, y'all. But yeah, I just don't have time for the foolishness. Because I be over here minding my business. Like, I was minding my business from the rip. And this man kept saying to me, ever since I first saw you, like, you doing the most. When you first saw me, you was married. You had barely, like, he hadn't even made 2 years of marriage when he first met me. And then we started working together. I'm talking about months after he had gotten there. He was like, yeah, it's my 2-year anniversary. Like, he really rolled up. And I'm like, oh, okay, congratulations. Like, I'm looking at him like you just a random person that's here working and that's it. Like, I don't feel no type of way about you. And he kept telling me all this stuff. And I'm looking at him like, what you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? And so, like, he really kept setting it off. And I'm saying to him, I'm not doing nothing with nobody that's married. I don't know what you're talking about. And like, he over there talking about, I would love to take you out on a date. Okay, you married though, so it don't matter what you love. Like, and I continuously told him I am single and not looking for nothing. That is my famous phrase to anybody who want to talk to me. I ain't got nothing to offer y'all. I don't bring nothing to nobody's table. I'm good where I'm at. I thrive when I'm by myself. I don't know what it is, but whenever I try to let my guard down and let my walls down, these men try me worse than the person before them. So I would rather just stay by myself, because when I get with them, everything goes backwards. I regress. There's nothing positive going on in my life. I dim my light for them. And that's the thing I don't like, because I go up for the people that I'm with. And I'm just like, no, I ain't got time for it no more. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for listening to me ramble on and on about everything that be going on. I'm dreading it, but I got to get in here and eat and get ready to go to work within the next couple of hours. I hope y'all are having an amazing weekend. Y'all be safe out there. Bundle up if you're somewhere cold and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. Bye.